TV soap news and spoilers say that if you're anything like me, you've been glued to your screen every weekday, eagerly anticipating the next twist in the labyrinthine world of Beyond the Gates. This daytime saga, with its intricate web of family secrets, forbidden loves, and shattering betrayals, has kept us on the edge of our seats for seasons on end. But today, we're diving deep into what promises to be one of the most explosive storylines yet. The shocking truth about June and her long-lost children, Samantha and Tyrell. Brace yourselves, because this isn't just a plot point, it's a seismic event that could redefine relationships, unearth buried traumas, and leave our beloved characters forever changed. Will Samantha and Tyrell finally uncover the identity of their real mother? And more importantly, will this revelation bring healing or unleash a storm of heartbreak? Let's peel back the layers of this dramatic tale, exploring every nuance, every tear-stained memory, and every pulse-pounding moment that leads to what might be the reunion of the century. To truly appreciate the gravity of this unfolding drama, we must first journey back into the shadowed corridors of Beyond the Gates' rich history. Set in the opulent yet treacherous town of Eldridge Hollow, where old money clashes with new ambitions, the show has always thrived on the theme of hidden identities. Families like the Hawthorns and the Montgomerys have dominated the narrative, their lineages riddled with scandals that span generations. June Montgomery, portrayed with haunting vulnerability by the incomparable actress Elena Vasquez, has been an enigmatic figure since her introduction 3 seasons ago. Once a vibrant socialite, June's life took a tragic turn after a series of misfortunes that left her isolated and broken. We've watched her grapple with alcoholism, failed romances, and a pervasive sense of loss that seemed inexplicable until now. Whispers of a child abandoned in her youth have haunted her monologues, but the showrunners have masterfully kept the details shrouded in mystery, teasing us with flashbacks that reveal fragments of a painful past. Enter Jacob Hawthorne, the intrepid private investigator whose dogged pursuit of truth has become a cornerstone of the series. Played by the broodingly handsome Marcus Hale, Jacob is no stranger to unraveling Eldridge Hollow's darkest secrets. This week, as the episodes air with agonizing suspense, Jacob finds himself knee-deep in a mystery that hits uncomfortably close to home. It all begins with a dusty old letter unearthed from the Hawthorne family attic. A relic from decades ago, bearing June's elegant handwriting and cryptic pleas for forgiveness. Jacob, ever the meticulous sleuth, connects the dots, birth records tampered with, adoption papers forged in haste, and a timeline that aligns perfectly with the births of Samantha and Tyrell. The camera lingers on Jacob's face as realization dawns, his eyes widening in disbelief. "It can't be," he mutters in a voice thick with emotion, the weight of the discovery pressing down like a physical force. But the evidence is irrefutable: DNA hints from a previous storyline, subtle resemblances in facial features that fans have speculated about for months, and June's own admissions of regret during therapy sessions. Jacob's investigation isn't just professional, it's personal. As Naomi Hawthorne's cousin, he's tied to the family, and this revelation threatens to upend the delicate balance he's fought to maintain. The drama escalates when Jacob confides in Naomi Hawthorne, the poised and compassionate matriarch of the Hawthorne clan, brought to life by veteran actress Lydia Grant. Naomi, with her signature blend of steel and empathy, has always been the glue holding her extended family together. She's counseled cousins through divorces, mediated feuds over inheritances, and now she's thrust into the role of messenger for what could be the most devastating news of all. In a scene dripping with tension, Naomi sits down with her cousin, presumably Jacob himself, though the show loves to play with ambiguities, and his partner. The room is dimly lit, shadows dancing across their faces as Naomi's voice trembles. "There's no easy way to say this. June Montgomery, she's your mother. Samantha and Tyrell are her children." The words hang in the air like a thunderclap, and the camera cuts to close-ups of stunned expressions, hearts pounding audibly in the soundtrack. But Naomi doesn't stop at mere revelation. True to her character, she takes charge, proposing to arrange a meeting between June, Samantha, and Tyrell. They deserve to know, she insists, her eyes fierce with determination. And June, she needs this closure more than anyone. But let's delve deeper into June's tormented soul, for her backstory is a tapestry of tragedy that demands our full attention. June wasn't always the fragile woman we see today. Flashbacks paint her as a young beauty in the 1990s, full of promise and passion, entangled in a forbidden affair with a powerful Hawthorne heir. The pregnancy came as a shock, twins no less, but societal pressures and family ultimatums forced her hand. Abandoned by her lover, disowned by her parents, June made the agonizing decision to give up her babies for adoption, believing it was the only way to give them a better life. The trauma didn't end there. Years of guilt gnawed at her, manifesting in nightmarish visions and self-destructive behaviors. We've seen her relapse into drinking after glimpsing a young woman who resembled Samantha, or breaking down in solitude while clutching an old baby blanket. The show's writers have layered her pain with exquisite detail. The sterile hospital room where she signed the papers, tears blurring the ink, the empty nursery she prepared in secret, only to dismantle it in despair. The endless nights staring at photos of strangers, wondering if they were her children. June's abandonment wasn't born of indifference, but of desperation, a mother's ultimate sacrifice twisted into a lifelong curse. Her therapy sessions, raw and unflinching, reveal the depth of her suffering. "I hear their cries in my dreams," she confesses, voice cracking. "Every day, I wonder if they hate me, if they've forgotten me entirely." Samantha and Tyrell, on the other hand, have lived lives marked by an unspoken void. Samantha, the ambitious lawyer with a sharp tongue and hidden vulnerabilities, expertly played by rising star Aria Thompson, has always sensed something missing from her adoptive family's narrative. Her fiery temperament and unyielding quest for justice mirror June's own youthful spirit, a genetic echo that's been subtly hinted at through the seasons. Tyrell, her twin brother, portrayed by the charismatic Devon Lee, is the more introspective of the pair, a musician whose soulful ballads often touch on themes of loss and identity. Raised in a loving but incomplete home, they've both grappled with questions of heritage, especially after discovering inconsistencies in their birth certificates last season. The shock of learning June is their mother will be cataclysmic. Imagine Samantha's world crumbling. Her courtroom poise shattered, replaced by raw fury and confusion. "How could she just leave us?" she might scream, fists clenched, tears streaming. Tyrell, ever the peacemaker, could internalize the pain, channeling it into a haunting new song that becomes the episode's emotional centerpiece. Their reactions will be a masterclass in acting, blending denial, anger, bargaining, and perhaps tentative acceptance. Naomi's orchestration of the meeting adds another layer of intrigue and drama. As she navigates the logistics, choosing a neutral location like the serene Hawthorne Estate Gardens, timing it to avoid prying eyes from Eldridge Hollow's gossip mill, she wrestles with her own doubts. Is this meddling in fate or fulfilling a cosmic debt? The show teases potential obstacles: Samantha's initial refusal, storming out in a rage, Tyrell's hesitation, fearing rejection, and June's fragile mental state, which could lead to a breakdown before the encounter even begins. Picture the build-up: tense phone calls, intercepted letters, and clandestine preparations that heighten the suspense. Naomi's partner, let's assume it's her steadfast husband, Elias, for narrative flow urges caution, warning that forcing a reunion could reopen wounds that time has barely scarred over. Yet Naomi presses on, driven by a belief in redemption. "Families are messy," she declares in a pivotal scene, "but they're worth fighting for." Now, the million-dollar question. Will seeing Samantha and Tyrell heal June's fractured heart, or will it prove to be a disastrous mistake? The potential for healing is tantalizing. June, upon laying eyes on her grown children, might experience a cathartic release, a flood of memories, embraces that bridge decades of separation, and forgiveness that mends her soul. We've seen glimmers of June's resilience. Perhaps this is her turning point, emerging from the shadows as a renewed woman, ready to build the family she always dreamed of. Samantha and Tyrell could find answers to their lingering questions, filling the emotional gaps that have defined their lives. The reunion scene, if executed as dramatically as the show promises, could be iconic. Soft lighting filtering through leaves, hesitant steps forward, and a chorus of sobs giving way to tentative smiles. It might even spark new alliances, with June integrating into the Hawthorne fold, her secrets becoming strengths rather than burdens. But beyond the gates is no fairy tale, and the risks are profound. June's trauma runs deep. Confronting her children could trigger a relapse, plunging her back into the abyss of addiction or depression. What if Samantha lashes out, accusing June of cowardice? What if Tyrell, overwhelmed, walks away, leaving June more broken than before? The show has a history of subverting expectations. Remember the disastrous Hawthorne family reunion 2 seasons ago that ended in arson and arrests? This could mirror that chaos, with hidden resentments boiling over into public spectacles. Moreover, external forces loom. Rival families like the rival Montgomerys might exploit the vulnerability, using the revelation for blackmail or sabotage. Jacob's involvement could backfire, straining his relationships if he's blamed for stirring the pot. And let's not forget the broader implications for Eldridge Hollow. Gossip spreads like wildfire, potentially tarnishing reputations and igniting feuds that span episodes. As we speculate on the outcomes, it's worth reflecting on the thematic depth Beyond the Gates brings to this storyline. At its core, this is a meditation on motherhood, abandonment, and the enduring bonds of blood. The show doesn't shy away from the messiness of human emotions, portraying trauma not as a plot device, but as a lived reality. June's journey echoes real-world stories of women forced into impossible choices, highlighting societal pressures that persist today. Samantha and Tyrell represent the children left in the wake, their resilience a testament to nurture over nature, yet the pull of biology remains irresistible. Naomi's role underscores the importance of chosen family, those who step in when blood fails. Through dramatic flair, sweeping orchestral scores, cliffhanger endings, and close-up confessions, the series invites us to empathize, to question our own family dynamics, and to ponder, can love conquer the scars of the past? The anticipation is palpable as we await the episodes. Will the meeting happen smoothly, or will unforeseen twists derail it? Perhaps a last-minute intervention from a long-lost relative or a medical crisis that forces priorities to shift. Fans on social media are buzzing with theories. Some predict a joyous reconciliation, others foresee betrayal. One thing is certain, this storyline will deliver the high-stakes drama Beyond the Gates is renowned for, with performances that tug at heartstrings and plot turns that leave us gasping. In conclusion, the revelation of June as Samantha and Tyrell's mother is more than a shock. It's a narrative earthquake that promises to reshape the landscape of Eldridge Hollow. As Jacob uncovers the truth, Naomi bridges the divide, and June confronts her demons. We're reminded why we tune in day after day, for the raw humanity beneath the glamour, the tears amid the triumphs, and the hope that even in the darkest gates, light can break through. What do you think will happen? Share your predictions below. Let's keep the conversation going until the next bombshell drops. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Soap News and Spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.